right, Slate approved pick time, fellas. So which bet is your favorite to build your bankroll? Garion, where you going?
So I was trying to find a game that's like the least affected by COVID to maybe get like a relatively sensible read on it. I think that might be Knicks Wizards. The Knicks actually might have a couple guys back tonight in RJ Barrett and Obi Toppin. We'll see. They're out of the health and safety protocols. We know that sometimes it takes a game or two in terms of conditioning. But I like the over in this spot. Right now it's set at 211. The Wizards are kind of just like we've been seeing the Wizards be the last half decade, an over machine as of late. Their defense has been terrible, the third worst defensive rating in basketball across the last 10 games. They have also hit the over in 8 of their last 12 games overall. I just look at the Wizards and yes, they're struggling offensively. Maybe that's the reason to not like the over in this game, but of all the teams on this slate, they're probably one of the 3 least affected by COVID right now. They pretty much have all their starters aside from KCP. So I just think this game isn't going to be pretty, but I think it squeaks over to 11.
Nick W., what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, Garion kind of said it. There's so many games where you're looking at these spreads. And you're like, the situations themselves are crazy now. Some of them are going to get even weirder by the time, the games tip off, 8 hours from now. But I'm going to go under 209 in the Hawks-Sixers game. The Hawks, they're a top 5 offense on the season, but without Trae Young, they have very few options. They don't really have anybody who can replicate anything close to what Trae Young brings to that offense. He's basically single-handedly carrying them to that top 5 ranking. They only scored 98 points on the Magic's D squad last night. It could be another big individual night for a guy like John Collins, but I don't think they're going to score, any more than that against this Sixers team that obviously, is mostly healthy and has some better defensive options, guys like Joel Embiid. So I think this is a night where the Hawks, maybe struggle to get to 90 points. So even if the Sixers, are easily over 100, I have a hard time believing this one pushes over that 209 total.
All right, Nick F., Slate approved pick.
I like the Spurs money line tonight going up against the Lakers. It's at even money right now. The Lakers have not been hot at all. So not this whole season pretty much, but not hot at all since December 15th. That was that OT win versus Dallas without Luka. And in the course of that, since then, they've lost Anthony Davis. I know the Spurs aren't a great team on the road or really at home this season. They're 6-9 in both instances, and the Lakers are better at home. But with such a tiny spread, I don't mind looking at their records against the spread, and the Lakers are not great in these situations. The Spurs are much better too. So I'm taking the Spurs tonight to upset the Lakers.